Sometime around the year 2017, my then boyfriend, now husband, got the Bob's Burgers burger book. He thought it could be a fun activity to cook and eat some of the burgers together. And my neurodivergent self thought, hey, why don't we make all of the burgers? So between the years 2017 and 2020, we cooked and ate 23 of the burgers from the book. I compiled these burgers and our reactions to them in part 1 of this 3-part series, so if you haven't already seen part 1, you might want to fix that. In part 2, I'm going to show you another 24 burgers from the book, plus a joke burger with a punny name that we invented ourselves. I'll give you our impressions and assign each burger a number ranking. As a refresher for our ranking system, 0 is not good, 1 is okay, 2 is good but would not try it again, 3 is good, would try it again, 4 is really good, and 5 is life-changing. Also, fair warning, I'm going to be eating all of these burgers on camera, so if chewing noises bother you, you might want to click to the next chapter whenever I get to the taste testing part. And now let's go through the next 24 burgers in the Bob's Burgers Burger Book. To the Brussel! This is an all-beef patty topped with a mix of sautéed bacon, Brussels sprouts, and pistachios. It also comes with lettuce and sour cream, which I replaced with whole milk yogurt since my husband hates sour cream. Okay, I suspect that this is going to need garlic and maybe a little more acid, but let's see. Oh, it's also going to be very messy. I got mostly yogurt in that bite because my patty wasn't big enough. Let me try again. I don't think it needs acidity, but yeah, definitely could have done with some garlic. It's alright. We both gave this burger a score of 1.5. The cauliflower's cumin from inside the house! This burger comes with a pureed cauliflower spread. Yeah, you heard me right. The recipe calls for roasted cauliflower, mashed and mixed with milk, cilantro, lime juice, and cumin. It's supposed to have the consistency of mashed potatoes, and I thought that would just be too watery and not at all cohesive, so I replaced the milk with mayo, and it worked. I'm glad I went off script here. As for the rest of the burger, you baste your patties in lime juice as you cook them, and you melt pepper jack cheese onto them. My husband is weird and doesn't like pepper jack cheese, so I just used regular jack with fresh hot peppers. You build the burger with lettuce, the cheeseburger patty, and the cauliflower cumin spread. Okay, the cauliflower's cumin from inside the house. I'm actually kind of excited about this. I was skeptical at first, but now I'm excited. I think it's going to be very flavorful. Let me find a bite that definitely has cauliflower and cumin. Okay, this has flavor. I can taste the cumin, I can taste the cilantro, I can taste the lime. I can taste the jalapeno, and I'm so glad that I went off script and added mayo to the cauliflower spread, because otherwise it would just be falling out all over the place and the burger would be bone dry. So I'm glad I went off script. This is good with my change of the mayo. My husband gave this burger a 2 and I gave it a 3. Beets of Burden. First, you saute some beet, carrot, cabbage, and red onion in olive oil with some tomato sauce. It's weird. It's basically tomato sauce fortified with extra veggies, and not very much of it is beet, considering it's in the name of this burger. Then you season the patties with fresh dill and salt and cook in the pan you used to saute the beet mixture. The patty and the beet mixture are then served on a bun with sour cream, which I once again replaced with whole milk yogurt. Okay, the Beets of Burden burger. I'm very skeptical. The dill is delicious. I was never skeptical about that part. Okay, I like it okay, but here is my main issue with it. I don't feel like it really celebrates the beet. I'm not really getting any beet flavor here. I'm getting dill. I put extra dill in, that's probably why. I'm getting like dill burger and yogurt, which is tasty. I think they designed this burger for people who don't like beets, which is a pretty smart move because most Americans don't like beets, I don't think. But yeah, if I were to design a burger called Beets of Burden, I think I would have really celebrated the beet. I would have done like pickled beet slices, homemade pickled beet slices, just to make it a little more fancy. And then that would also give you the option, if you don't like beets, to use golden beets because those are more palatable. And then I would have done like the dill in the patty, and I probably would have put like a soft melty cheese on it, like a Havarti or Munster. And then I would have done like a garlic, dill, black pepper, yogurt on top of it, maybe some fresh spinach. And I think that would have been a better like beet burger. Like this is okay, but it's not very beety. My favorite part is the dill. Oh, and there's way more than enough of this like beet saute stuff. Like I made a quarter of a recipe, or even like less than a quarter of a recipe, and I still, like, this was easily enough for 3 burgers.
My husband didn't like it and gave it a 0. I gave it a 1.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open slaw!
This is a patty seasoned with Worcestershire sauce and topped with melted jalapeno Havarti cheese and coleslaw on an onion bun.
Okay, time to eat this before it falls apart. One horse open slaw. Hot. Gloppy, but very good.
My husband gave it a 2 and I gave it a 3. Is this your chard? A patty with Swiss chard sautéed in butter and garlic with red wine vinegar. It's topped with caramelized onions and the bun is spread with, once again, chèvre.
Is this your chard? I think I'll like it okay. And my husband suspects that he's going to hate it. We'll see. He's asleep right now, so I'm going to save him a bite. I didn't get any chèvre or caramelized onions in that bite, so I'm going to take another bite. I was earlier because of the garlic. That really hit me. Okay. As I suspected, it's a little dry. Chèvre kind of does that to burgers. I thought that the caramelized onions would add a little needed moisture, but they didn't. It didn't help that I like over charred my buns a little bit. I think that was partly on me, but yeah, I think I could use some more moisture. And it didn't specify how much chard to make. They're just like a bunch of chard for the 4 burgers, so I figured a quarter of a bunch of chard, and it wound up cooking down quite a bit, so maybe I'd do more chard as well. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like great though.
My husband gave this burger a 0. By this point, he'd just had enough of all of those burgers with chèvre, and I gave it a 1 because I'm a little more charitable.
And you and me, free to breathe, you and me.
This was a very simple burger. It's a patty stuffed with brie and seasoned with Worcestershire sauce. Incidentally, this is a great trick and one that I'll have to remember to use again. It makes the beef taste extra beefy. The patty is topped with more brie, caramelized onions, and gherkins, and I went off script and added baby spinach and mustard to balance out the richness.
Okay, I get the honorary first bite of Free to Brie You and Me. This is mostly for my husband. He loves brie. I'm actually not the biggest fan of brie, to be honest. It has that weird funky foot taste to it that I don't really like in European cheeses. But let's give this a try. Oh yeah, that's what a burger should be. Nice and gloppy. My husband will like this.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
My husband really liked this one and gave it a 3.5. I liked it too, but not as much, so I gave it a 2.5.
Walking in a winter Munsterland.
The patty is stuffed with minced scallions and topped with Munster cheese. Then you make a sauce of yogurt and sour cream, which I replaced with more yogurt, lemon juice, and black pepper. The patty is served on a bed of fresh spring mix and topped with the yogurt sauce. Then, purely for pun's sake, it's served with steamed snow peas on the side, which you're supposed to top with some of the yogurt sauce while singing this little ditty.
Frosting the snow peas with the lemon yogurt sauce. Okay, that'll do it. There you go, Winter Munsterland burger. This is actually more like, I think, a spring burger than a winter burger. You know, puns aside, it's got spring mix and snow peas and scallions and stuff, so let's see how it tastes. Really, the deciding factor, I'd say, for making this burger unique in any way is going to be the spread, the yogurt, sour cream, lemon, black pepper spread. Okay, I'm getting a lot of freshness, which I really like in a burger. Sometimes you want a nice greasy burger, but sometimes you want a nice fresh burger. But yeah, the spring mix cuts everything nicely. I'm not getting much scallion. Okay, that bite had more scallion in it, and it was very pleasant, very nice. I like the sauce. I have a feeling my husband is not going to think as much of it. I might make his burger without the sauce and serve it to him on the side and then let him have it with ketchup and mustard or something. Let's try snow pea. Snow peas are really good in the sauce. Unorthodox side for a burger, but it's yum.
My husband gave it a 2, and I ranked it slightly higher with a 2.5.
Onion ring around the rosemary, a pocket full of pose, Mary.
It's a patty stuffed with minced red apple and fresh marjoram, then topped with melted cheddar cheese. It's served with onion rings and made with a rosemary-infused batter. The recipe called for battered onion rings, but battered and breaded onion rings are far superior, so I went off script a little and added some breadcrumbs to some of the onion rings. That's why some of them look different. The patty and the onion rings are served on a bun with mayo and some lettuce.
First, I'm gonna try an onion ring. Can't really taste the rosemary, but they're good. Now for you, my lovely. Oh. I got the apple. I was worried the apple would disappear. That is delightful. I like it very much. Very indulgent, though. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to finish the whole thing because it's so rich. Yeah, the balance between the cheddar and the apple, and then the crispy onion rings, and the greasiness and the gloppiness. This is good.
We both gave this burger a 3. It was good.
It's the Final Krautdown.
This is a simple burger, a patty with melted Swiss cheese, caramelized onions, Dijon mustard, and sauerkraut. My husband and I had never really tried sauerkraut, and we weren't sure we would like this one.
Okay, pardon the sizzling sounds in the background because I'm making another burger right now. It's pretty simple. Yeah, it's just like a cheeseburger with mustard and caramelized onions with sauerkraut mixed in. Okay, I'm getting like hits of acid from the sauerkraut, but it's not offensive. It just kind of reminds me of pickle. It functions similarly as a pickle would. Yeah, it's basically just like a cheeseburger with caramelized onions and pickles and mustard. It's good.
We both gave it a 2.
Shake your honey maker, shake your honey maker.
Okay, this was easily the most dynamic burger of this 24 burger block. The patties have fresh marjoram and thyme in them, and they're topped with a chopped mixture of dates, garlic, and sherry vinegar, then caramelized onions, some feta, and a drizzle of honey and a dash of cayenne pepper. It's served on a bun with lettuce.
Shake your honey maker. All right, let's eat it before it falls apart. Ooh, there's a big glob of caramelized onion that's gonna fall out. Oh. Wow, that is a lot of flavor. A lot of different flavors. Wow. It's like burger, herbs, thyme, cayenne pepper, dates, feta, cheese, honey. Like it just keeps kind of caramelized onion. I like it. I think it's a very exciting and dynamic burger. Don't know if I'd make it again. Of course, I've only had one bite. I'm still so confused. What am I eating? I like it. And I'm gonna keep eating, and I don't think it's too sweet. I think the sherry vinegar and everything else balances out really nicely. I wonder what my husband's gonna think of this. I kind of predicted going into this that I would like it better than he would.
My husband gave this burger a 1.5 because he has no soul, and I gave it the 3 it deserves. Cheesus is Born. This gloppy burger comes with a topping of mushrooms and Roma tomatoes sautéed in butter, also some gravy, also some melted Swiss and Jarlsberg cheeses, and I couldn't find the Jarlsberg, but I looked it up and it's basically Swiss cheese, so I just put on extra Swiss. Mustard is mixed into the patty and it's served with some lettuce on the bun.
Okay, Cheesus is born, or rather, mushrooms and gravy are born. Let's eat this. Oh, it's dripping all over me. Great. Oh, it's falling apart. Excellent. It's hot. Well, I'm only one bite in, and I'm already dribbling and making a mess all over my plate. I was worried that it would wind up being a little too much like a meatball sub and not a burger, but I like it. Mushroom. It's very messy though. Like a lot of Bob's Burgers, they do this like, I'm gonna saute a bunch of vegetables and then put them in the burger, and then they fall out all over the place when you try to eat it. Oh, very messy, but tasty. And I can't really tell that the gravy is instant, which is good.
My husband gave it a 3. He's a sucker for cheesy mushroomy burgers, and I gave it a 2. Eggers can't be cheesers. This is basically a breakfast sandwich, but with a beef patty in place of a sausage patty. It's a patty, fried eggs, American cheese, and we use cheddar because American cheese is gross, lettuce, and hot sauce on an English muffin.
Okay, well the other one is still frying in the background because we actually don't like our eggs this runny. I just did it for the picture. Anyway, eggers can't be cheesers. Whoa, it's making a giant mess. This is partly why I don't like runny eggs. Oh, that is really good though. The hot sauce in particular.
My husband gave this burger a 3.5 and I gave it a 3. It's definitely worth making again. I Heartichoke You. You make a little sauce of stewed tomatoes, artichoke hearts, garlic, olive oil, oregano, thyme, and marjoram, finished off with Parmesan cheese. Then you serve this mix over a garlic stuffed patty on an onion roll.
I Heartichoke You. I was gonna make these for Valentine's Day, but lost track of time. Now it's like almost the end of February as I film this. I have a feeling this is gonna remind me of a meatball sub. A lot of Bob's Burgers kind of wind up doing that when they have like a mixture, a saute of tomato and other veggies for their burger. I guess it doesn't need condiments. It's dripping water and grease all over the place. I was worried I wouldn't really taste the artichoke heart because of all the other ingredients, but I do. But yeah, it definitely reminds me of a meatball sub. Between the parm and like the tomato and the garlic and the other things, it is leaning much more towards meatball sub, away from burger. Doesn't mean it's bad, like I still like it, it tastes good. But yeah, I'm glad I just made one of these. My husband would probably not be that impressed by it. I'm gonna save him one bite so that he can help me evaluate it. But yeah, it's good, but like a meatball sub.
We both gave it a 2. I am so tired of all of these burgers that are basically meatball subs. We're here, we're Gruyere, get used to it. What if French onion soup were a burger? That's basically the concept here. It's a patty mixed with dry French onion soup mix and topped with caramelized onions and melted Gruyere cheese. The buns are dipped in jus before toasting. Add some gherkins for contrast.
We're here, we're Gruyere. Very juicy and sloppy. Pretty oniony. I think my husband's really gonna like this one.
We both gave it a 3. This was a solid burger.
It's fun to eat at the Rye-M-C-A. It's fun to eat at the Rye-M-C-A. Hey.
This is a cheddar cheeseburger on rye bread with mustard, lettuce, and horseradish, which I hate, and thankfully this book gave the option of replacing this with avocado, which I gladly took.
Rye-M-C-A. It's falling apart. Excellent. I got avocado in my cookbook. Kind of feels like I'm eating a sandwich because of the avocado, lettuce, and the bread. I like it.
So my husband hates rye bread and avocado, so he didn't even try the burger, and I don't think it would be fair to let him rank it, so I gave it a score of 2, and let's just leave it at that. To err is cumin. These patties are seasoned with minced jalapeno and lots of cumin. It's served with a cilantro lime mayo, avocado, tomato, and arugula.
To err is cumin. Okay, I like avocado in burgers, so I have high hopes. And the cumin is really coming through. No surprise since there's so much in here. Not really getting any jalapeno at the moment. I could have just not had much in that bite. It's nice and moist. I had my doubts about the arugula, and I still kind of do. I think like butter lettuce or some other lettuce would be better than arugula with these flavors. I like it. Maybe could do with a little white onion.
We both gave it a 2.5. Foot feta-ish, or never been feta.
Called Never Been Feta. Are you writing it?
Yup, never been feta.
Good. All right, I'm gonna go get Tina set up on the grill.
This is one of the first joke burgers in the entire series, and it's very simple. It's just a patty stuffed and topped with feta and served with arugula and a ciabatta bun slathered in sriracha mayo. I couldn't find ciabatta buns, so I had to go with regular.
Foot feta-ish. So far it's a little bit plain. I think I'm not getting a lot of feta yet. Okay, there it is. Very bright, briny, salty, tangy. Just what I expect. Ever so slightly dry. Well, because I overcooked the burger a little bit.
We both gave it a 3, further solidifying our theory that simple is best when it comes to burgers. None of your business! I didn't give this burger a number because we invented it! We love Indian food and wanted to make a burger with those flavors, so I seasoned some lamb patties with garam masala, salt, and pepper. I made some paneer, that's a fresh cheese, then sliced it the size of a burger patty, which was really, really hard, by the way, and grilled the paneer slices with tamarind glaze. Then I sandwiched these ingredients between 2 mini garlic butter naans that I made, along with tomato chutney and fresh spinach. Then on the side, I made some fries, seasoned like samosas. I just made the same spice mixture I put in samosas and tossed the fries in them when they were fresh out of the fryer. And I have this recipe up on my Patreon if you're interested. We ate these fries with tamarind sauce and oh, they were so, so good.
Samosa fry. Ooh. I'm probably in the tamarind sauce. Oh, the samosa fries are a winner. Okay. None your business. Conceptualized it a while ago, a year ago, and I'm finally gonna try some. Oh, tasty. What a symphony of flavors. It's a lot wetter than I thought it would be. I was worried it would be dry, but it's actually kind of wet and messy. Oh, it's good, but it's such a mess. This is like a 6-napkin burger.
We both gave this burger a 4.5, just shy of our life-changing score, but with a couple minor tweaks, I think we could get it there. It was so good. A leek of their own. Conceptually, this burger is interesting, but I think it missed the mark in execution. You start by making leek and potato soup. That's one of my favorite soups, so I was fine with that part. Then you mix garlic and feta into some ground lamb for the patties. Okay, I like that too. Then you mix some of the cold leek and potato soup with mustard to make a spread. Okay. Then you wilt some mustard greens to serve as lettuce. Now, this whole cooked greens as lettuce trend that I've been seeing in these burgers rarely works, so I got a bit skeptical here. Slop all those components onto a bun and serve with a bowl of leek and potato soup on the side.
Okay, I already know that the soup is delicious because I love vichyssoise. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Now this burger that has leek and potato soup mixed with mustard. Well, it's very mustardy, very feta-y. Very soggy, very wet. Very lamby. Not very leaky though. I'm glad I went off script and added some leeks to the mustard greens because otherwise this burger would barely have any leek in it at all. It's tasty. I just don't think it should be called a leek of their own. It's not really that leek-centric.
My husband gave this burger a 1 and I gave it a 2. Nothing to write home about, but I did find out that I like mustard greens and it gave me an inspiration for another joke burger of my own, which you will perhaps later see in a later video. But from where I come from, other blinds have more fun, Gus. This is a burger with Southeast Asian flavors. We both love Thai food, so this burger did not disappoint. You make a sauce with butter, mushrooms, peanut butter, coconut milk, curry powder, turmeric, salt, paprika, and cayenne pepper. Then you mix some minced garlic into your burger meat and serve the patty with some lettuce and lots of that coconut, peanut, mushroom curry sauce.
Okay, blondes have more fungus. It's falling apart. Ah, it's so goopy. Ah, it's so messy. The sauce is really yummy. Oh, it's so messy. Oh my god. Whoa. The sauce has really good spicy flavors. And the peanut butter and the coconut milk are great. Not sure it needs to be a burger though. I would just want that sauce on chicken or something.
We both gave this burger a 3 for its really nice, strong, satisfying flavor. Enoki Dokie! Another mushroom burger with Asian flavors, but this one was more inspired by Japanese cuisine. You saute carrots, enoki mushrooms, and ginger, then deglaze with soy sauce and sake. You can use either beef or tuna for the patty, but we went with beef since it's much cheaper than tuna. Tuna probably would have been great with these flavors, though. The mushroom saute is saucy enough on its own, so it's just served with some fresh baby spinach.
The Enoki Dokie burger. Okay, actually, enoki is one of my least favorite mushrooms. As I suspected, very ginger forward. Ooh, The enoki tastes good. My husband might prefer this one. Really nice Asian flavors. Again, not sure it needs to be a burger. I'd rather have all of this on rice.
My husband gave this burger a 3. He just really loves mushrooms, can you tell? And I gave it a 2.5. So the next 3 burgers were burgers that I thought neither of us would like, so I'd put them off towards the end of this burger block. I thought we wouldn't like these burgers because they contained an ingredient we both don't like: blue cheese. I made these 3 burgers as sliders, so we'd only each have to eat a couple bites of each burger, so that meant making a 1/12 recipe of each burger, which got pretty interesting. But let's check them out! Blue is the warmest cheese.
So I popped open the blue cheese because neither of us have actually had much blue cheese, but when we did have it, we didn't really like it. And smelling it now, it smells like milk that's been left out in a thermos for a week. It does not smell good at all. Yeah, that's why I'm making very, very small burgers.
This is a buffalo wing in burger form. It's a patty with blue cheese sauce, buffalo sauce, and lettuce. The patty is stuffed with minced celery and buffalo sauce.
Okay, 3 blue cheese burgers for people who don't like blue cheese. So we made sliders. I made sliders. All right, I'm gonna try. Blue is the warmest cheese. I'm gonna try first because it's kind of making a mess all over the place. It's actually really good. The blue cheese sauce, when I smelled it, when I made it, it actually did smell pretty good. Yeah, complements the buffalo sauce really well. I've never actually had hot wings, like buffalo wings, before. I like this. The celery inside the burger does not come through at all and is completely unnecessary. I would just do celery sticks on the side, like instead of fries.
My husband gave this burger a 2, and I gave it a 3! I genuinely really liked it. Since I left my taste buds behind on Bleu By You. This was a blue cheese stuffed patty with bacon, sautéed Swiss chard, and a tomato, onion, red wine, garlic reduction, which I had to go off script and turn into a sort of puree since I reduced the recipe so much that it wouldn't sauce.
The Bleu By You burger. This burger is the one I suspect that I will either like the least or dislike of this trio. Actually, Parsnip Vous Francais I might also dislike, not sure. Oh! I don't taste the blue cheese at all, which is a good thing. I taste mostly bacon and the red wine. It's supposed to be a red wine reduction, but since I made such a reduced, ironically, version of the recipe, it wouldn't become a sauce properly, so it's more like a relish, but this is tasty too.
My husband gave this burger a 2, and I gave it a 2.5. I was pleasantly surprised. Parsnip Vous Francais? This was a burger on a baguette with mayo blue cheese spread, mustard, alfalfa sprouts, and parsnip fries. Now, we'd had the parsnip fries before, and they're really good. They're baked in olive oil and seasoned with lavender and herbes de Provence.
Okay, well, 3 for 3. I made the Parsnip Vous Francais burger. I made the baguette to sort of look like a bun, but it's unstable now. It doesn't stand up on my plate, so it's really messy. Let's try this. I think I actually taste the blue cheese in this one, maybe. I already know the parsnip fries are good, because I made this before. Well, crap, this is actually really good.
We both gave this burger a 2. After I made these burgers, I invented a pasta dish with the rest of the blue cheese, and it was divine. You can find that recipe on my Patreon, too. Bet it all on black garlic. This is one of the few burgers that was actually featured in an episode of the show and not just a visual gag on the Burger of the Day chalkboard. Bob was in a burger contest, and this was the burger he entered. His secret ingredient that he hoped would wow and win over the judges was black garlic. But he couldn't find his black garlic, so he sent his kids over to the very pretentious food store Fig Jam to get the black garlic, but the kids offended the shop owner and failed to get the black garlic, so they had to get sneaky, and well, if you've seen the show, you probably remember this episode as it's pretty iconic, and if you haven't seen the show, go fix that, now.
This has exquisite mouthfeel.
Bobby, they loved it! That one's creepy, but he loved it!
Oh my god.
Anyway, if you're unfamiliar with black garlic, it's aged garlic that was originally used in Asian cuisine magazines. It's made by slowly heating the garlic until the Maillard reaction happens so that it has a really rich flavor to it, sort of like Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce. Much like Bob's Kids, I had a really hard time finding black garlic, but I eventually found some at my local Korean grocery store. Now on to the burger. It's a beef patty with fresh mozzarella on a bed of baby spinach with a black garlic mayo sriracha spread. I was expecting something more complex, but it's actually a very simple burger. Making the black garlic spread was a bit of a challenge because the garlic wouldn't puree, so I tried to puree it along with the mayonnaise, but all that did was separate the oil out of the mayo, so I had to strain that and mix it with some more black garlic and fresh mayo and sriracha. It eventually worked out, but yeah, black garlic doesn't puree very well unless you do like 10 cloves of it at once, so keep that in mind if you decide to make this burger.
Okay, the last burger of this cycle. Bet it all on black garlic. It's my first time actually eating black garlic, so this will be interesting.
I'm dropping black garlic smear all over myself. Oh, I like it. Black garlic, it tastes like garlic, but it also has this very like rich, like soy saucy, earthy flavor to it. It's just tasty.
But messy.
We both gave it a 3. And now it's time to reveal the top 5 burgers from this burger block. While there was one clear winner with a total score of 3.25, the next top 6 burgers all have an average score of 3. So if I went off average scores alone, this would turn into a top 7 with a 6-way tie for second place. So I'm taking high scores into account and also throwing out my least favorite of the burgers that got a score of 3. And even though our own invention of none of your business was technically scored the highest at 4.5, I'm not including it in the official ranking since it's not part of this book. Even though it should be, it was delicious. So in 5th place with an average score of 3, we have Free to Brie, You and Me. In 4th place, also with an average score of 3, but we liked it slightly better, Onion Ring Around the Rosemary. In 3rd place with an average score of 3, but we liked it slightly better, Blondes Have More Fungus. In the 2nd place with an average score of 3, but I'm sounding like a broken record here, Bet It All on Black Garlic. And in 1st place with an average score of 3.25, Eggers Can't Be Cheesers. Once again, the burger that was pretty classic won. By now, after trying 47 burgers from this book, I am not surprised. While experimentation is fun, even now, months after the fact, I still think about that Shake Your Honeymaker burger, nothing really beats a simple, greasy cheeseburger with some classic condiments. So that was part 2 of me and my husband trying every burger from Bob's Burgers Burger Book. If everything goes according to plan, part 3 should be up around Christmas this year with the remaining 24 burgers in this book, plus another joke burger that we invented. Thanks for coming along with us on our burger quest, and thank you to my patrons who help me pay for all of these sometimes expensive ingredients like black garlic and all those fancy cheeses. Special thanks to Chrissy, Britt, Honey Badgers, Megan M, Matthew, Jenny D, Robert Z, Meru, Jocelyn, Manila, Gina F, Megan B, Data Fox, Stacy, Gina S, Ruth, Katie, Lonesome Screams, Mihir, Morgan, Vitfafo, Britta, Slawek, Veda, Colette, Maddie, and Sandra.